Hello everyone. In last class we have discussed about subset concept and intervals, how to represent interval with different form. Now some of question based on a subset we have discussed yesterday. Now in continuation of the same exercise, today we are going to attend some question based on interval. So in order to that, just to look at question number 6, in which your sets are available in form of a builder form, and on basis of that you have to go for writing in a interval form symbolically. So here in question number 6, if you look at the first part, it is available as x. This is x is belongs to R, and for which your x is defined as -4, x less than or equal to 6. So here try to understand which interval we will include here to represent the given statement form. As yesterday we have discussed various form, even the combined form with open and close. So here you can see one side it is being open, one side it is being closed. So if this range you are going to represent in an interval form, it will be represented as here x will belongs to, no equality sign is there, so you will use this open interval symbol, means the small bracket -4 it is to be right. Here equality sign is being used, so here with this 6 you will make a close bracket using this big bracket sign. So this way you will represent this statement form or a property form in form of interval. Now one more example we look at, that is third part of the same question. In third part you can see your set is available as, it is 0, greater than and equal, less than 7. This is a reverse case of the above example. Here you can see equality sign is present at the first stage, so here it will be considered as a close. Here this side it will remain open. So interval form of this statement we can write it as x will belongs to, this side it will remain close, so this is a close bracket 0. This side it is remain open because of the non-equality sign, so this is the 7, it will remain open. So this is a one more example for writing your interval form. Now fourth one we are going to pick up, in which both side it remains close. So your question is available as x is belongs to R, in which x is equal to 3 and 4 and lying in between 3 and 4. Here you can see both the side equality sign is going to maintain. So interval form for this case you will write total close form. So here solution you will write as close interval 3 and 4. So this way different combination you are able to write in a interval form, or just reverse order also. If interval forms are available, you will be able to write down the property form, and on basis of that you will be find out the required solution regarding x. So this is all about the interval form. Now the reverse order we have to write, means in the next question interval forms are available, so you have to write in a set builder form, means this form is available to us, this form we are going to generate. So just to look at question number 7 over here, in which interval forms are available, you have to go for writing set building form. Now in 7th question, just try to understand how to write in a building set builder form. First we take, for example, first your interval is available as minus 3 to is 3. Now regarding the values, if nothing information means it is to be taken from R, it is to be taken from Z. So in general, everywhere you will write X is to be taken from R. So everywhere it can be implement. So unless and until if nothing is given to you as a restricted form, you follow a general case. So here, as we have seen in the previous case, so the same form we are going to write this interval, that is a set builder form. Here set builder form of this one you can write as X. X is to be taken from R. Now both the side it is being open, so you will write X lying in between minus 3 to 0. This is over. So this way all the combinations we can write. Now one more example here we are going to write, that is the third part. In third part, your interval is given as open 6 and close at the second element form. So just write down it as a property form. So this will be X. Axis belongs to R. It doesn't matter that plus or minus are included here. In general, we will write regarding the X limitation. Now, this is X. This side it is being open. So, this is 6. This side it is being closed. So, this is a equality sign you will maintain over here to represent a closed interval. So, this way you can represent any of the interval in a set builder form. Now one more point here we want to discuss, that is a concept of universal set. Normally subset we are going to form on basis of a set available to us. So the largest set from which many of the subset you can form normally consider as a universal set with respect to a form subset of that larger set. Just for example, we try to understand the concept of universal set. You must be clear about, so but once we just look at the same thing. Now here, when you are talking about a universal set, that means normally we use sign U to represent universal set. For example, U we have taken as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and many of the elements that can be included, even as a set of natural number, as a set of R, as a set of Z, that the largest set you can consider as a universal set. On basis of that, subsets can be formed. With reference to this universal set, if you write 3 different group with different combination, suppose A we have formed as a 1, 2, 3, suppose B we form as a 2, 4, 6, suppose C we have formed as a 1, 3, 5. So this way various combinations we can generate, or you can say various small sets you can generate. So with reference to all 3 sets, it will be considered as a universal set. So the statement regarding the universal set, you can say, what are the subset you have formed, all the elements of the subset should contain in this main set. So that's why it is called a universal, means it contains whole group what we are going to be generate over here. So with reference to this universal set, 2 questions are available here, in which 9th we are going to attend. And normally universal set we use when we talk about a complement of a set. So there it is necessary to define universal, then only will we be able to find out a complement of any of the sets. So afterwards that point also we will discuss. Now here in question number 9 you can say A is available as 1, 3, 5. B set is available as 2, 4, 6, and one more is given C as 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now here 4 combinations are available. Out of that you have to find it out that which one will consider as a universal set. So first of all we try to understand which one it will be considered as a universal set with reference to this given 3 forms. One is this much, another is a null set, third one is containing till 10, and the last one is 1, 2, 3. Here one by one we are going to check out that which one out of these will be considered as a universal set with reference to all these 3. Move towards the first one. Here you see elements are available from 0 to 6. But if you make all these combined, you will see 8 should also be there as a part of a universal set. So in this set, 8 is not present. That's why it will not be considered as a universal set. Next is a null set. So null set is not containing any of the element. That's why obviously it will not be considered as a universal set. This will not be also. Now move towards the third option. From 0 to 10, all elements are included. In between, none of the element is being skipped. So here, from 0 to 10, you can see from 0 to 8, all elements are included over here. So these two are the extra ones. So it doesn't matter if any extra element it contains. That's why from 0 to 8, all the elements are included here. So this set you will consider as a universal set with reference to all these 3. So it will be considered as universal set. Last one, from 1 to 9. Here this 9 is the extra one, so that is not an issue, but this 0 is not being written here. So this 0 is excluded here. It should be here to make this set is a universal one. So this will also be not considered as a universal set. So this way you have to classify that which one be considered as a universal one or which one not. So this is all about the subsets, interval form and universal set. Now we look at operation on set, means union, intersection and difference of two sets. So next topic we are going to discuss operation on set. In order to that, first we are going to discuss about union of two sets and its property and somewhat Venn diagram relate with the union. Now our next topic is operations on sets. First we are going to discuss about union of sets. As your term is a union, means make all the sets or all the elements of a set combined to have a union of two sets. Here with different category we will write it out, means in two sets or more than two sets what you are going to be operate as a union one, what is the relation in between. So first of all we try to understand what is the meaning of a union with different combination. So just for example we take A as a 1, 2, 3, B as a totally distinct elements we are going to write here A and B. In this case, if you are going to write union A to B, this is A union B. So formally, it is to be write this way. In union form means combined elements of both the set. If any of the element is repeating over here, so that element you will write once only, no need to write it twice or thrice in case of the three sets. So here you can see these two are containing totally distinct elements, so all are to be listed out without maintaining any of the order. So this is a union of two sets, means combined elements of both set over here. If any element is repeating or common, write it once only. Now look at the one more example in which we are having somewhat common element. So just look at a combination is 1, 2 and 3. Suppose B we are having as a 3 and 4. What I told just now, if any of the common element in between the sets for which you are going to perform union, you are going to write, so repeating elements you will write once only, so make them combined. Repeating element write once only, means 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this way, this is another combination you will have. So this way you will write a union of a two element, and the same thing it can be implemented if you are going to write a union of a 3. Now we'll look at some properties of a union of two sets. Then we discuss about the Venn diagram representation regarding union. Now, properties of union of sets. First property, commutative law, that means if A union B you are going to write, it will be same as B union A. It is called commutative property, means commutative property associate in between two groups. So it is called a commutative property. Next is if in three groups or three sets we are going to write a union form, it is to be write as A union B union C. It will same as A union B union C. So in between three groups, if we are going to operate a union operation, so it will be same as the order if you are going to make exchange of the set position. So this property is called as associative law. Now next, that is a basic rule you can say regarding null set or a universal set. So here if you write A union with a null set, means nothing you are going to add in A, so obviously your answer will come out as A only. So sometime this property we have to use while we are attending theoretical questions. Next, if A union with a universal set. Universal set is the largest one as compared to the any other set. So if you are going to make a union with the universal set, obviously your answer will turn as U. Now the last property, that is if you are going to make a union with the self set, means this with the same group, so obviously it will come out as a same group for which you are going to perform union. So these are the basic property associated with the union of set. Now look at, now we are going to look at the Venn diagram associated with this union property. Venn diagram normally used when we try to solve the language based question, means practical problems when you are going to discuss. At that time, if Venn diagram concept is clear, easily you will be handle the situation without making any of the calculation or implementing any of the formula form. That's why concept of the Venn diagram should be quite clear. So here try to understand union form using the Venn diagram with different combinations. Now here we take here first case when two sets are available with distinct element. Suppose A is available as this much and B we are having is X and Y. Totally distinct elements we are having. So with the help of Venn diagram, how this union we can represent. So this is a rectangular box you will make. Formally this is U. In between none of the element is common. So here you will write elements in two distinct circles which are not going to be intersect each other. This is your A, this is your B. Separate element. This way, making a dot, each elements are to be represented. Here, this way all elements are to be listed out here. In union form, what the answer you will have? A union B will give you 1, 2, 3, X and Y, means all the elements are to be included here. Now, as A union B, which reason we have to shade? All the elements we are going to include as answer form. So, this way, both the circles are to be shaded to represent union of A and B. This is the one example we have written. Now, move to the next option in which somewhat common elements we are having. So, move towards the second category. For union case only. Now, in second category, one more we are having here is a B, C and D. Here you can see these two elements are common in A and B, means somewhat common section we require to represent in a Venn diagram. So basically form a rectangular box. When you are having common element, means here in diagram also somewhat common section we require. So this way intersection of two circles you will draw. First of all, in A union B, what are the elements you will have here? A, B, C and the last one you will write once only. So this way, these four elements are to be represented as a union form. Now before writing elements of set A and B separately, once in this common section, you will represent common elements in between these two. So here we are having two common elements, that is B and another is C, that you will place in this common section area. Now come to set A. Already if you look at this circle, just try to hide this one. You will have this circular area only. So in this section already B and C we have written. So which one is remain to write? That is A. So in this remaining section you will write remaining element. It may be 1, 2 and more. So this way this circle is covering all three required elements. Now move towards the B, in which B and C we have written. Regarding this circular area for set B, only one element is remain to write, that is your D. So this way common section represent common element for which you are going to represent union. Now shading of the reason. In your answer form you can see all 4 elements are to be included, means this full section you will make a shade. If you are using pencil you can make a shade it easily. With help of pen it is not possible. So this way this will give you the union solution on the Venn diagram. Now one more case is there in which we can represent the union, that is if any of these two subset of each other. So in this case your Venn diagram will again change. Third case, when A is available as A, B and C, whereas B is available with the 2 elements, that is A and B. Here if you look at the elements of these 2 elements, these 2 sets, you can say B is a subset of A. So here B is a subset of A. In this case, if you want to write a union A union B, as an answer form what it will turn? A union B. Here in this case if you go to write, means B is entirely present in your set A, means A is became the larger one here. So as an answer form you will turn as A only without writing element. So here first rectangular box, then B is a part of A, means first of all you will make a big circle over here which will be considered as a set A, the largest one. Then inside the circle make a small circle, that is B. Now first inside this small circle you just mention elements of set A, that means this is A, this is B. Already you have mentioned AB as a part of A, so the remaining element, that is C, you will write in this outer area. So you can see this whole A containing all these 3 elements. So in a subset form, this way you can represent these 2 sets. So as a union, what we require here, formally we will write here A union B, means it will contain elements A, B and C, means all 3 elements we have to include, and to represent A union B in this section area, this whole region you will make it shade, means both are to be covered over here. So this way this union in form of the subset you can represent. So this is all about the union of a 2 set. Now next topic we have to discuss is the intersection of 2 set. So again regarding the intersection, we will discuss about the basic concept of intersection in between 2 sets and 3 sets, their respective properties and Venn diagram presentation. Thank you.